Hi everybody, it's Sam. Today is March 12th, 2018. Tomorrow is March 13th, and it'll be a year to the day that we moved to Clayton House. So tomorrow will be a big day. I'll do a blog. I haven't done a blog in forever because I feel like not into writing as much, and sometimes it's even hard for me to remember to upload my videos, and they just sit in my pictures folder, which is why I was dating them. People wouldn't know like what day it came from. Anyways, so that will be a big day for me, that kind of anniversary. And so today was okay. I have been dissociating more, my sense of, losing awareness of time and myself and what I'm doing. Apparently the two, I don't know even what to call them anymore, states I get into, or don't even know what to call them. Like I said, the amber and honey have been very active. I believe making videos. I came back into awareness in the tub for my bath. Once I was putting my clothes away, and I came back into awareness with my clothes bag in front of me. I'm like, what is going on? Just as like you were putting your clothes away. Okay. So I've been having a lot of that today. I don't know why. I don't know if like they are, I'm in these other states and I'm, trying to express something about it being a year till when I came here as well, or I don't know. I don't know what's going on, and I'm trying not to even pretend to know. I'm just saying my, what my experience is, and at this point, people can figure it out. The professionals, whatever. I'm just saying this is what I'm going through, and good luck figuring it out, because I can't anymore. There are so many different theories on what it could be, and I'm just done with trying to figure out each one and trying to figure out, do I want it? Do I want it to be this one, that one, the other one? I think I, just need a mental health evaluation, sit in front of someone and say, I've had this for a year, and this is, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I honestly don't know, and neither does anyone around me, really. No one knows what it is. And I've had friends that believe, they know what it is from their perspective, and that's helped me. Whether it's on a mental health, emotional perspective, believing that it's a spiritual perspective, a multiple personality, dissociative identity disorder perspective, those people have helped me along the way, and that's been really valuable. But I feel like I need more professional opinions on the mental health end. I feel like I've been ignored. So anyway, on that level, I did contact this one place, the Chicago Center for Integration and Healing, which is a supposedly trauma-informed place, a therapy place. And I did get a call from Amy, who was the director. She was very distant, very dominating or controlling, I thought. Very abrupt in her manner. I did not feel good talking to her on the phone. Right away, she was just very... I asked right off about the fee. I'm realizing that on Psychology Today, if someone says that their fee is $130, but they have a sliding scale, it doesn't go to under $100. And that really is the scale that they are on, is $100 and up, which is very expensive. And so anyways, I asked her about it, and I told her, she called me, and so I was off guard, and I think maybe I had just been in another state of being, I'm not sure. I think I had been, and then the phone rang. So I was very caught off guard and flustered and really whatever. So I asked her about the fee, and I told her my situation with the SSI. Unfortunately, she did not know about what a specialized mental health rehabilitation facility is. Yeah. So, she didn't know that, and then, which is common, like I didn't know about it until I went to to Trilogy. So we talked, and she said the thing about $130, and then I said the thing about Social Security, and I said the thing about, I have a lot of anxiety about the money, and, that my parents can't pay anything more than $80. And she's like, well, can they really not pay that? Or, like, do they have financial need? I'm like, yes. I'm like, I think. She's like, what's your parents' income? Like, literally, she was like, what's your parents' income? Like, really abrupt and, like that, maybe not as loud, but, like, pretty intense. And I was like, I honestly don't know the number. I was like, my parents did sell their house. I have had financial problems, and we're living in a smaller home. So I believe that constitutes financial need. And she was like, okay, well, we have an intern that you can see for, that price and everything. And so then I told her about my situation, and she said that I told her that I had been told by all the professionals that I'd come across, no matter how I say my issues, they always say the dissociative disorder thing. And she says, yep, okay. And she said, she said that it wouldn't affect me seeing this intern either, which was a good thing. And I think interns, often it depends on the supervisor. Like, how is the supervisor? Not how good, but how are they? And, like, when I went to the Awakening Center, I knew from just how this woman wrote, and I saw an interview of her, unrecorded interview, and I knew that this woman, also called Amy, was a good supervisor for the interns. And, like, I knew at my counseling center, like, they had really good supervisor for their interns. So I know that this Amy woman would be the supervisor for this woman named Alex, who was the intern. So, though I'm not seeing Amy is, in a way, a part of the therapy, because she is, coordinating with Alex. So I was getting a good sense of Amy, and I didn't like it at all. She listened on that front, and then, we were talking, and I said, can my mom talk to you? Because how my mom and I planned it out was, I would do, because the money is such a huge thing for me. It's a huge anxiety, because I am paying $700 to live here, should be getting all my services here. I'm not. I, am told that I'm not sure if the mental health centers that I am looking at will be able to work with me on these things, the dissociation or whatever, if they come to that conclusion. I don't know, because this place is kind of similar to, like, they recommend you live in this place if you have, certain symptoms, and I'm wondering if the mental health centers are going to be more straightforward, or they're going to say that they can work with this trauma-related thing. So I don't know. So I'm very upset about that. My parents do have financial problems, or issues, whatever. Mostly trying to save to get a house and other things. So I couldn't be comfortable, and I don't think my parents could afford, especially weekly, anything above $80. That's, and even that, I'm just so uncomfortable. And even when it was $20, when I felt like I was doing okay, it's like, okay, I'm doing okay. I know I came into therapy with the one issue, which was this, the blackouts, the, talking as other people, seeing the writing on the computer, the videos on the computer, everything else like that. And so when that seemed to be alleviated by going down the spiritual route, I wasn't comfortable just staying in therapy. Where in the past, I would gladly just have a therapist as a place to go and get support, get another perspective, whatever, and have that as part of my life. With this, I couldn't, I just didn't feel comfortable. But after I sort of wanted a different view from the spiritual view, and the psychiatrist continued to say he didn't think I had any kind of disorder of, anything beyond depression, anxiety, basically. then that's when I sort of looked again at therapists as an option. And I didn't realize, and I don't think anyone realized, that in that time with, that relationship I had with Megan and the Awakening Center would be the only shot I had at therapy, as far as we can see right now. No one knew that. And that just speaks to how, the mental health system in Illinois is so bad that, like, even if you could pay cash, the trauma therapist is pretty rare that they will take, what they see as more complicated issues. So I didn't know that, and there was no way of knowing that, and there was no way anyone could know that. So I really struggle with my parents paying, because they have so much going on. But also my SSI is tied up in this place. So it's not like if I could pay, I would. So, how my mom and I figured it out was, like, I would talk to the therapist, I would set up an intake, and then I'd say, my mom is going to be paying for me, because my SSI is tied up in this, I'm living here, and here is not giving me any therapy, it's not helping at all, basically, they're not doing anything, and so then my mom would talk to them, and she did that, with one agency we were looking at called Live Oak. I forget why we didn't go there. I think it was too far away. It was like near Evanston or something. And it just, I don't think we could even make it because, I think the woman that we were going to see too went on vacation, and then she never called us back. That was it. And it was also kind of far away. And then at the same time, it just so happened that my name came up, and Megan from the Awakening Center wrote me. So anyways, she did that, and they were fine with it at that agency. They were fine with it at the Awakening Center. This woman was not fine with it. She said, we want that to go through you. We are not going to talk to your mother, And she was just so sure on that I wasn't even going to ask, well, can I sign a form or whatever? Because she just was very intimidating to me. So then later in the conversation, I said, so we know I'm going to see Alex, blah, blah, blah. Can I have my mom contact Alex? And she literally said, well, can't you just get your mom's credit card number, and then Alex will charge the card every week? And literally she said it like that. She's like, Alex will charge the card. Like, she was so happy about getting my parents' credit card charged for this. I could just feel it in the words and the energy and the vibes, like everything my friends, my friends from the shaman friends has told me all this time, and I'm like, I'm taking your advice now, and I can feel the vibes of, I want your money, I want your parents' money thing, and it felt so creepy and just like weird, like, I'm gonna suck your money, charge the card. And even Jessie said, she sounds like a teenager telling her friend, why don't you sneak your parents' credit card number? And I just did not feel comfortable with that at all. And I didn't feel comfortable with, that she wouldn't talk to my mom, that she wouldn't at least listen to which I tried to kind of blurt out. I mean, I really have trouble talking on the phone about this, even talking about this. It's easier for me to write about it, which is why I email and don't call. But anyways, I tried to explain why my anxiety and why it was important that we did it this way, and this way was the only way that I could feel comfortable if my parents were paying, and even then it was hard, but I tried to explain that, not so much as what I just said, and she didn't even listen. So, the more I sat there, and I was like, and then she said it would be $80, but it would be every week. I'm thinking, well, if it's $80, I'd really rather have it be once every couple weeks, because that's just a lot of money. They give me a lot of money already because they know I need basic things, toiletries, snacks. I mean, people might think it's weird, but like, I often don't eat like the food because it's not good to eat. It upsets your stomach. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't ask for money if I don't need it. But I wish I could contribute, because they are going through a lot of different things. And but anyways, so the more I talked to Jess, and I thought about it. I'm like, I don't want her credit card number, and I don't want to give her credit card number to this random person that is so intensely interested in getting the money and just, I gotta charge your card. It just killed me how she said it. I was like, wow. So, I mean, chances are that Alex girl was probably a very good person. She sounded nice. But Amy sounded nice too. And it turned out she was, total, very, like I said, very intimidating to me. And for someone that says they're trauma-informed, that was not a trauma-informed conversation to me. How Megan acted was trauma-informed. And I wish I had stayed with her. But again, you don't know in life. You don't know what's going to happen until it happens. And that's the first thing that my shaman friends say is, everyone says, oh, they're psychic. They can predict the future. It's like, no. They can see different options. But, people make their own choices. And anyways, so, yeah. So I said no. I wrote her back and I said, I'm not comfortable with the financial, how we're doing this. I'm gonna go with Medicaid, which I am. I'm tired of this runaround by therapists, about we can't help you, from a 200-word message. I'm done with that. I'm gonna do Trilogy or another mental health center, and if I have to downplay whatever, keep it on the down low, the severity of my dissociation symptoms, then I will. If I have to just say, I had this panic attack, and I want to try to make sure my anxiety and stress doesn't build up to that level again, and I need therapy, and I have had memory issues, and if that can be addressed, that would be great. People, it's the panic attack was a trauma. So can you guys address trauma in its most basic form, and then kind of feel them out and just say what I'm experiencing and not give not people are accusing me of telling them I have a disorder. I'm not. Like I said, I am just saying what's going on, and then they say, oh, you have a dissociative disorder. No, I don't. And maybe it is just very, very complex anxiety and depression. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a psychologist or whatever, and I don't know. I'm just in the middle of this trying to figure it out every day and every minute. It seems like. I mean, today it was like every 5 minutes or whatever. Every few minutes I was gone, and I was back, and I was back, and I was gone. And Jesse said I was making videos and putting clothes away and tub and whatever. So yeah, things are a lot going on in my head. But that's the nature of this, I guess. And I'm trying to do exactly what Dr. Cleary said. When I come back, pick up the activity that I was doing. I came back and I was putting the clothes away. So I just kept putting the clothes away. I came back in the tub. Well, obviously I finished my bath in the tub. I kept getting ready for bed. Whatever. I try to keep doing what it is that I was doing before. Either before I, kind of lost awareness of time, or, continue what I was doing if it's in the middle of an activity. And that does make me feel like I'm more in control, which is good, which is probably why he said to do it, So I can keep doing that, and hopefully it'll continue to bring results. I have this new TV show I really like. It's called Lie to Me. It's about this psychologist guy that can know, and it's visual, so I wish that it was audio described, but or that Jess felt like sitting and watching it she's like, I can't see this, great. And she probably wouldn't be the best audio describer either. She'd probably just be like, this guy has a weird look on his face, I don't know. And then they looked at this other person, and then I think he raised his eyebrows, and then just anyways. So yeah, I'm gonna watch that show. I'm gonna watch The Fosters. I'm gonna have different TV shows that I watch, and listen to my books, my audiobooks, and different things like that. Try to learn how to use the Braille note because the Braille sense, because my parents still aren't, I still haven't gotten that box from them. It was basically an empty box that we will put in and I can send back, and then my dad can take apart the Braille note, we'll open it up and take the battery out and see that it's fried, and hopefully nothing else is fried, and we can put a new battery in the thing. But if we don't get the box, we can't do that. And I realize my mom has major health issues right now. Sinus issues that she had for a year. She's going to specialists. Her hips are finally better, but now her back and I think another part of her neck maybe is having problems. She has a thyroid issue. She just has a lot of physical health issues. And she is 65, but she has a lot of physical health issues. So I feel very bad that I can't be there for her. Not that I would be able to do much for her, but I would be able to contribute my SSI money. Yeah, and I just keep thinking, I wish there was a place in Massachusetts that Jess and I could go, connect with and sign up and, really, live at and have a transition of at least a few months. Just get ourselves, on our feet, everything set up in whatever area we want to be in, and, then transition to our own apartment or a group home as, such. Say there's like a difference between that place and an actual group home, just a transition place, which is what these places are supposed to be. They're supposed to be transitional for most of the people. You stay there, at least 3 months, I think it is, or 6 months, and get your medications under control, get your symptoms, coping with your symptoms, however that works for each person, and set up with resources. Unfortunately, Chicago and Illinois suck for that, so you end up staying there forever, and it's ridiculous. But if anyone knows anything about any such resources, even in the New England area, because even if we were like in New Hampshire, Vermont, states that border Massachusetts, then that would be a whole lot easier to figure out than across from Illinois, all the way to Illinois. So yeah. But anyways, like I said, tomorrow is the big day of a year, and I'm gonna write a blog post, and I'm gonna do a nice video and shout out to everybody I know and love that's been so helpful. So yeah. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
My movie web stop.